All right, as promised at the end of my August wrap up of goals, let's get one more August goal completed, which is to check in on my 2023 themes slash goals thing. This idea of themes comes from the podcast Cortex with CPG Gray and Mike, whose name I never ever remember to go and find out so I could properly credit him. Not that anyone's going to see this. So I have two kind of themes that then break down into much more complicated stuff. I have deepening and I have perspective. And deepening, I've got physical for starting off with my back exercises, walking, biking, swimming. Haven't gotten to swimming yet. I am cutting back on physio. Kind of trying to do every other month. I haven't been checking my blood pressure. Diet I'm working on, and sleep, which I'm having naps actually during the day, which seems to be definitely helps me kind of claw a little bit more of that sleep time. It's definitely a very helpful thing. Definitely physio. I had a physio appointment with Joel in August. And it was like, okay, I left probably too much time between my physio. I think that was maybe almost 4 months, 3 months. And that was too long. That was too long. I think I can do 2 months, but I had a bit of a bounce back. I felt kind of achy. I felt really sore and terrible afterwards. And past that, I kind of recovered and I feel better now. But it was like, that was my body going, you were too long in between visits and I wasn't like out, but it's like there was a lot to do. I definitely kind of fell back a little bit there. So that's a good, interesting thing. Number two is relationship with Ja. Talking with Ja in the morning, no phone or earbuds. Walk when Ja when she's willing. I'm gonna take that out because it's complicated in a way that I don't think that's gonna be the thing. And try and find a weekend activity to do with Ja, which I think is a worthy and noble goal, one that I fall short on, but would be a really good one because in addition to for weekend stuff, it's like I should make sure I make space for myself to have a good read, but I should also make space for myself to do something with Ja that is kind of out of the house and that's us together. And that can be shopping, that could be anything, but it's like something that's us together would be really nice. Three is YouTube, 2 public videos a month, focus topics, whatever interests me, but also using my hopefully improving vocal skills. And I think a part of that is I'm hopefully getting better at presenting myself on camera. I'm better at talking, but I'm not very comfortable at actually sharing with others. And that's sort of that in the end, I think that's like I'm learning to communicate better, to communicate with people. And while I find this channel really useful for me to talk things out, I think I need to give myself opportunities to try and fail in front of other people because that's how I'm going to learn better and how I'm going to motivate myself. Even though I'm not fooling myself. I'm never going to be a YouTube personality or anything like that, but just to have that kind of conversation with people in a very introverted sort of way. I had some revelations this month about exactly how much I do want to have conversations with people. There's something about making a video which is it's sort of a one-way conversation, or it's a very limited conversation. You're not getting that bombarding feeling, which is probably why I feel safest and most comfortable on YouTube. So there is that. Number four is, yes, working on those vocal presentation skills improvement and using them to make the videos that I was talking about. And if I actually have a reason to practice and to actually get better, to find things to communicate, that's the big thing. Number five is the reading, giving myself time to get lost in a good book, 2 large reading sessions first thing on the weekend, because that's a good way of just kind of like getting for me. Number 6, professional. Be aware of my coworkers and try and be supportive with them. So both coworkers and the residents being supportive with them. I work in a group home, and I think I can get lost in myself, and that sometimes makes me not a great person to be around. And it's like I see a lot of people who around me who are far more open and considerate, and I try and model myself after them. I try and get, I look at, when I see really people doing really wonderful stuff, I say, can I do that too? That would be really wonderful. And the times that I have kind of done that, when it really hits, it's like that's very rewarding, and that's something professionally I think is great to strive for. And the B is to be on time. 2 p.m. Not trying to get to work before the click of the clock. I don't need to get there super early or anything like that. I just be in the way and that. But I getting there on time, it would be really good. Number 7 is the financial, looking for ways to living cheaper and making my shrinking dollars stretch. Food, entertainment, clothes, physio. I don't buy clothes. Entertainment is books. I don't smoke or drink or take drugs. Physio, I'm skipping. Food is probably the biggest thing. Yeah. Number 8 is the doodling and writing. I put these together as just kind of purely creative things that I do to express myself. Often my horny, erotic self, but it's a part of me, and apparently it's where I get my outlet for that sort of thing. And striving to get better at it. Working on my Duffel Puff novel, and all that sort of stuff. It's just like, it's a way of expressing myself, and I don't actually go under Jay Shea for that. I don't. Well, Jay Shea is a pseudonym as well, but it's I get to be me. I get to be another me. There's so many me's. So yeah, that's all deepening things that I want to get. I want to deepen my my engagement with, deepen my skill set in. The next one is perspective, getting out of the self. So one nonfiction book sort of every 2 months on a topic that isn't about me, to make me more aware of the wider world around me. And yeah, that's been going well. Sandy Hook, I was reading just recently, and that was definitely stepping out of my thing, very much shooting at a murder of a whole bunch of first graders, and then the conspiracy theory and the harassment of, and the making money off of this, and the using as a political football, and how this kind of links to Trump, Alex Jones linking to Trump, and just a whole way of modern psychosis. I don't know. It's not madness. It's just bad thinking, wrong ideas, faulty thinking. And it was a useful book that way, and that was something that helped me, that got me out of my head, and hopefully a little bit more aware of the outside world. I'd like not everything to be shitty that I read, meaning outside of myself. As I said, I've seen people outside of myself in my personal life that are like, oh, I would like to be more like that. That's admirable, and that's another kind of thing that I should probably look for in a book. Yeah, I won't be picking up the Isaac. What's his name? The new biography by Isaacson on Elon Musk. I probably won't be picking that up. Number 2 is One Good Thing, and was that August? I did actually have one good thing. Where an older fellow had gotten knocked off or ran into somebody, and I stuck around, and I was the bystander who was helpful, a bit helpful, called 911, things like that, and stayed with them until EMT arrived. And that was good. And I do and I don't count professional stuff that way. Like professional stuff, it's like I'm getting paid to care in a way. Not that everyone does. But when I get stuff that way too, that is good. So yeah, that's the perspective of getting out of myself and doing something good for somebody else. In a way that isn't like, aha, it's all about me. It's like, no, just like, oh, focusing on somebody else actually feels kind of good. Focusing on somebody else and hopefully being helpful feels good. So yeah, that is me talking about my 2023 themes goals. And it's good, I find, each month to just check in with that and talk about, oh, how's that going? And it does give me a better focus. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll leave it there. All right, more videos later.